July 12th, 2023 was the day Valve pushed Summer 2023, and since we have seen 6 total new patches pushed to the game in order to be able to bring other features that weren't finished on that day, and also many other bug fixes both from the community and Valve software. The rumors that others have started to help at Valve in order to be able to bring Team Fortress 2 more in line with modern gaming standards seems to be a legitimate one. And it also seems as if Valve is interested in experimenting with the different rules in what makes Team Fortress in order for the community to continue to experiment and expand on the different game modes and game types that they are capable of creating for possible future updates. Here we are, we're doing the meme. This video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. You've just got yourself a brand new phone and you're looking for some of the best mobile games to play. Raid Shadow Legends is here with some awesome visuals, loads of powerful champions, challenging PvE bosses, and tactical PvP content. 700 unique champions, 15 awesome factions, 12 imposing dungeons to conquer, and over 400 million players. Are you a returning player looking for a new challenge in Raid Shadow Legends? Well, you're in luck. They just added the fearsome new boss, Akumori, the Phantom Shogun. This undead general is guarding everything you need for the accessory Ascension, a new feature that allows you to upgrade your gear to even greater heights. With all this exciting stuff and more coming to Raid, if you haven't started playing yet, then what are you doing? Use my link in the description or scan my QR code to get some insane bonuses. We're talking an epic champion, which is Drake, and some other useful things such as energy refills, a skill tome, and XP boosters. Once you're in and crushing your enemies, come and find me under the name Tyler McVicker, and if you're fast enough, you can join my clan. So just hit the link in the description and I'll see you on the battlefield. A lot of the work that has been done over the last few weeks has been making VScript custom game modes possible to be played within the Team Fortress 2 matchmaking system. One of the reasons why Versus Saxon Hale wasn't working upon the initial release of the summer update had to do with how the game coordinator interacts with custom game types. Being able to put different players on the correct teams in the correct order was a difficult thing to achieve when the entire ecosystem of player matches were 2 teams that were equally spaced out for many years. Now we have a system that is far more versatile. Now we have a Team Fortress 2 that allows for over 100 players at any given time on a server, and with the latest update pushed yesterday, July 27th, 2023, Man vs. Machine can have up to 100 players, which, based on the current limits required for an MVM game, 74-player MVM is possible. 100-player TF2, of course, has kind of gone a little viral. I've spent the last couple of days experiencing this chaos. Initially, when the updates were pushed, Valve really did not adjust any of the server configurations to allow for 100 players, so it seemed as if everybody was playing at 2 frames a second and everybody's projectiles didn't really fit. It didn't work. It was an interesting sight to see. It was a chaotic noise. Enter Mastercoms, the genius wizard of the Team Fortress 2 community, whom we do not really appreciate well enough. Mastercoms created a custom server configuration file for anybody hosting 100-player servers that allowed 100 players to be on a server at one time and it to feel like any other match of Team Fortress 2. But Mastercoms took it a step further. Mastercoms' own server only hosted Turbine for a while and adjusted all of the Capture the Flag game mode settings to best balance itself out for a server with 100 players. So you're dealing with things like 1 entire minute of critical hits after a flag capture. A dropped intelligence actually stays in place for nearly 5 minutes. A team needs 8 flag captures in order to win the round, and players will spawn almost immediately after death. Sappers, by the way, are also an immediate building destruction. Mastercoms and a few others within the community are taking it upon themselves to turn a 100-player Team Fortress 2 into a viable game mode. Unfortunately, due to how Source Engine handles entity limits, playing on larger, more fleshed out maps is not currently possible. Players themselves add to the entity limit, so maps that are pushing that limit and only expecting around 24 players are not going to run. They're just going to crash the server outright or kick players in order to be able to maintain the proper edict limit. Engine level changes or pulled back versions of maps need to be created, because alongside the shipment of 100 player configuration files directly from Valve software is the note that this is not a supported feature. Valve, however, doesn't have the interest in upkeeping this, so it really is up to the community to make this kind of stuff work. That said, if community fixes are supported and pushed, it is very possible for those to then be pushed within future updates through Community Workshop fixes. And talking about the community fixes, upon the initial release of summer 2023, as cool as that update was, a lot of people were complaining that those initially announced community fixes directly from the workshop weren't shipped. The issue is that a lot of the things that were pushed to the workshop were not complete, were not owned by the people that were pushed to the workshop, or changed things to such a degree that they did not realize the regression bugs that would be caused if those bugs were pushed wholesale. So the real issue is that a lot of the initial community fixes that were pushed to the workshop don't really work. Team Fortress 2 is a spaghetti mess of code, as many people have stated over the years. And trying to fix anything by changing anything has the opportunity of breaking many other things within the code base of Team Fortress 2. And while people don't have access to that code base, major changes in order to fix minute things like the sleeves of player models could end up breaking entire other systems within the games. So right now, what we're dealing with is an incomplete information set that the community is working off of to create these community fixes. So it's kind of the fault of both parties, more so Valve, but still both. If Valve truly does want to try and crowdsource bug fixes, then they need to give out more information on exactly what they're looking for and how those bug fixes should be published. Something that Valve could very easily do with a series of blog posts. The type of blog posts that they're actually doing for Dota 2 now, by the way. And now, Man vs. Machine can have up to 100 players, and although 74 is the max number of player-controlled players due to how bots work, the number of bots that a player will be fighting are balanced for a 5 or 6 player team, so the entire game mode will have to be rethought. Maps are being created for 100 player servers, new VScript game modes are being written up. Battle Royale is an any day now thing, but again, we're fighting against the entity limit. In order to create a map large enough to properly house 100 players without it being chaotic as hell would break the entity limit. So it really is a difficult puzzle to solve, but one that I trust people like Master Comms to solve. If you have any ideas, if there's anything that you'd like to see from it, tell me in the comments. I want to gather up people's opinions on 100 player TF2 and make a video about what is possible down the road. I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. If you want to support videos like this one, check out my Patreon or Floatplane. I give a choice for people that want to support certain platforms, or hey, just watch my streams. I stream all the time at twitch.tv/Tyler McVicker. And once again, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Links to all of that down in the description below. I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope you're having a great life. Adios.